So everyone's always asking me, dude, how do you make serious cash? And I tell them the truth, but nobody, absolutely nobody, ever believes me. It is wild. It is just wild, folks. And I get it. I totally get it. It sounds too simple, too easy. But that is the whole point, right? It is so simple. It is almost boring. Almost. But that is the secret. Folks, boring is where the money's at. Trust me on this one. Trust me. You want to know the real secret to financial freedom. It is not some magic stock, not some hot crypto tip. It is honestly, it is about not being a complete financial moron. Sorry, not sorry. But that is the truth. It really is. And I'm going to break it down for you right here, right now. So buck buttercups, because we're going on a wild ride, a financially liberating ride. Get ready, get ready, get ready for some real talk, for some serious truth bombs. You know, the kind that might actually sting a little, but it is for your own good. It is for your own good, I promise. Okay, so picture this, right? The other day, I was hustling, doing my thing, picked up a shift at the bar because, hey, side hustles are life, am I right? And before that, my day was just absolutely insane, like a whirlwind. I barely had time to breathe, let alone eat a proper meal. So, yeah, I crammed in a quick lunch, like a tiny little bite. But let me tell you, it was nowhere near enough to fill this beast up. Nowhere close. And I knew, I absolutely knew, I wouldn't make it to 8 p.m. without feeling like a starving zombie. So what did I do? I started strategizing. I'm looking up restaurants near the bar. I even called my girlfriend, bless her heart, to see if she could swing by with something I'd pay. Of course, because I'm not a complete monster, I'm not that bad, so I spent a good 20 minutes, mind you, scrolling through menus, comparing prices, doing the whole 9 yards, and then a light bulb, a glorious money-saving light bulb, went off in my head. I decided, you know what, forget it, I'm not eating out. Nope, not gonna do it. I would rather, and I mean truly rather, starve than drop 12 or 15 bucks on a single meal. Just, no, not happening, not on my watch. And that is even with the option of my girlfriend helping out. Imagine if I had used DoorDash. Oh my goodness, that would have been at least another 5 bucks. Easily just tacked on, just like that, for absolutely nothing. And I know what you're thinking. Dude, it is just 20 bucks. Big deal. But listen up, my friends. Listen very carefully. I am currently, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, I am currently completely, utterly, totally broke. Like ramen noodle budget. No frills, no fuss. Just survival mode, broke. Inflation. Hello, 3.8%. What in the actual heck, gas prices? Don't even get me started on gas prices. They're practically through the roof, like hovering in the stratosphere, and my income. Well, let's just say it is not exactly rolling in the dough. So yeah, 20 bucks. It might not sound like a lot to you, with your fancy lattes and your avocado toast. But for me, right now, it is a legitimate financial hurdle, a legitimate struggle, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Absolutely fine, because here's the kicker. Here's the real truth. I would much rather invest that money into my future, into my dreams, into my ultimate financial freedom, because if I don't invest it, if I just casually blow it on some mediocre chicken teriyaki, I would be actively, and I mean actively, taking away from my future self, from my retirement, from those dream vacations I've been planning, the ones with the infinity pools and the exotic drinks. So tell me, seriously, tell me, would I rather spend a whole day, a glorious, sun-drenched day in Monaco, living my best life, or, and this is a serious question, or, eat some bomb, ass chicken teriyaki? I know, it is a tough one, a real nail-biter of a decision. But for me, the answer is crystal clear. Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt, I would choose Monaco. Every single time, because experiences, real experiences, are worth more than any meal, and I usually try to be, all reasonable and calm in my videos, try to keep it chill. But honestly, folks, we're reaching a critical point, where I might just have to dial back the reasonableness, even if it makes some of you mad, even if it ruffles some feathers. Because the truth, the raw, unadulterated truth, is that a whole lot of people, a whole lot of you out there, are not where you want to be financially. And here is the even harsher truth. You will never, ever get to where you want to be financially if you don't sit down, take a long, hard look in the mirror, be brutally honest with yourselves, and develop a real, tangible, actionable game plan. Because the harsh reality, and it is a tough pill to swallow, I know, is that many of you genuinely cannot afford these so-called conveniences. These little luxuries, especially with the current economic climate, it is a battlefield out there, folks, a financial battlefield. You absolutely, unequivocally need to drop that entitled mindset. And I don't mean that in a nasty way, not at all. But let's be real. You work hard, I get it. You put in the hours, you put in the effort, and because of that, you think, hey, I deserve to relax, I deserve to treat myself, I deserve to eat out. I don't know. Just don't do that. Just absolutely do not do that. Quit saying, I deserve this, or I earned this. Just stop, because that mindset, that very mindset, is what is keeping you from true financial freedom. It truly is. And I know the vast majority of my audience is male. So from a male perspective, here's how I approach it. Here is my unfiltered, no-nonsense approach. I try to strip away everything for myself. I don't really need anything. Truly, it doesn't really matter for me. My focus, my absolute unwavering focus, is on being able to provide for my family, to get my girlfriend anything and everything she desires, to give my future kids, if I have them, whatever they want. I want them to have a good, comfortable, safe life, a truly amazing life. And if that means me going hungry for a little bit, if it means me sacrificing a few meals, then so be it. Absolutely, so be it. I'm perfectly fine with that. I truly am. I'll definitely slow down on this extreme frugality whenever I get a bit older. And when my investments start compounding like crazy, really paying for themselves, truly paying for themselves. But it takes so much, folks, so much effort, so much discipline to get that financial snowball rolling, and I've done a pretty darn good job of it so far. If I do say so myself, but I still have a long way to go, and I haven't really seen any major life-changing compounding yet. Not yet. But of course, if you've been following my channel, you know I'm a big dividend growth investor. I want my dividends, my beautiful growing dividends, to eventually pay for my entire lifestyle. But we're not there yet. Not even close. And as corny as it may sound, as absolutely cheesy as it might seem, I'm going to put my head down, I'm going to work, I'm going to grind. And yeah, I might just suffer for a little bit, but it is all for the life, the dream life, that I truly want. So just stop making excuses and start getting your things done. Seriously, get them done. Just the other day, I literally printed out a fidelity form, a real physical form, so my friend could fill it out and mail it in to finally open up an investment account. And guess what? He hasn't even started yet. Not even a little bit. And again, I want to be reasonable. I really do. But honestly, I just can't. Life isn't reasonable, folks. Life is tough. Life is unforgiving. And if you want to get ahead, if you truly want to get ahead, you absolutely have to stop making excuses. I get it. I totally get it. It might sound like I'm on a high horse, like I'm preaching from atop some ivory tower, because I live a cushy life with my family, and most of my bills are paid. Some people have kids. I understand some people work incredibly long hours. I get it, my friend, for example. Just worked 31 days straight, 31 days. That is insane. Everyone's situation is different, truly. Everyone's journey is unique, but you absolutely have to. Make the most of it. Make the most of your situation. And you know what? It is not just things like DoorDash either. It is everywhere. Everything has been optimized for our convenience. Everything is designed to make our lives easier. And companies, oh, those clever companies, they are capitalizing, absolutely capitalizing, off of your laziness, off of your desire for convenience. Think about the last time you went to the grocery store. Seriously, think about it. Did you buy those pre-portioned, pre-packaged fruits or vegetables, even though they're marked up like crazy, even though you're paying a premium for someone else to chop your carrots? Or what about meat? Even though meat prices have been soaring, absolutely skyrocketing, I'm 99.9% sure that the vast majority of people still buy those pre-portioned ground beef packages or those ribeyes or whatever, even though, and this is the kicker, folks, you could buy a whole-ass chuck roll for way cheaper. And again, I understand convenience, I truly do. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to spend an hour carving up a whole chuck roll. Nobody wants to hack apart a whole pineapple or a watermelon or whatever. But you have to be honest with yourself. You really do. Again, inflation is high, stuff is expensive, like ridiculously expensive. Can you truly, honestly afford to be buying this stuff? Is your time, your precious time, really, truly valuable enough for you to not spend 20 or 30 minutes cutting up your own groceries? Seriously, think about it. Think about the opportunity cost. I guess I really wanted to talk about food, huh? I just wanted to show you, truly show you, that these convenience traps are everywhere. They're lurking around every corner. But another huge trap, a massive, infuriating trap that just absolutely grinds my freaking gears, and frankly, pisses me off to no end. I don't even want to call it a convenience, because it honestly, truly just kills the average working class citizen. It absolutely destroys their finances, is buy now, pay later. Seriously, why? Why in the name of all that is financially sane? Has that even become a thing? Has anyone watching this video actually truly done this before? I guess people actually do. Because those companies, those predatory companies, their revenue has been rising. It has been caged at 20%, 20 freaking percent. Look, you're buying a house. I get it, totally understand. Put that big purchase on a payment plan. Some people may even buy cars. Ideally you buy it in cash. But if you can't afford that, I totally understand. These are big purchases, significant investments, but there is absolutely no reason, none whatsoever, that you need to be buying now and paying later on some stupid insignificant item like a lunch or a freaking basketball. Seriously, a basketball, this for real, could be things people are buying with these schemes. I looked it up, and the average Klarna balance, get this, the average balance is under $100. Under $100. Are you kidding me? And while I was looking that up, I found this terrible, absolutely atrocious ad. Look at how stupid this sounds. It is just mind-bogglingly idiotic. Who the hell? Seriously, who the hell wants to spend more? It is just crazy. Look, you could be the most financially responsible person on the planet. You could pay everything off immediately. I don't know why you would even do this on Klarna. I really don't. I know with a credit card, you can actually get points and cash back and all that good stuff, but I have absolutely no idea what Klarna offers. I truly don't. But there is no reason, absolutely no reason, to make it any harder than it needs to be every single time, every single instance. You finance a transaction, you're just making it more difficult, making it more complex, making it more convoluted, and I see the demographic of guys that watch my videos. I understand y'all are similar to me, we're cut from the same cloth, and I'm sure with everything going on in the world right now, y'all don't want anything to be harder than it needs to be. I know I wouldn't. Absolutely not. And take it from me, I love, absolutely love, talking about stocks. I love finance. I love investing. Everything to do with money. I'm like Mr. Krabs. I'm just disgusting. Honestly, absolutely disgusting. But when it comes to doing things in my bank account and paying off my cards, even looking at my high-yield savings account, I completely, totally forget that it even exists. I truly do. But all of that, all of those extra steps, it is just an extra hurdle, and it is just annoying. I don't like doing it. I can look at my Fidelity account, my Schwab account, all freaking day, nonstop. I could stare at those numbers for hours, but I know the second I start to add friction, the second I introduce any extra steps with paying stuff off, I'm going to forget about it. I'm not going to want to do it, and then I'm just going to start racking up interest. Literally burning money for absolutely no reason. For absolutely no reason. So forget about Klarna. It is not even an option for you. Truly, it is not even on the table. And forget about sports betting and rain bet. I hate that stuff so much. I truly do, and I hate what it is become.